Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Marquita from AtHomeWithQuita, and here I share tips on how to plan a balanced life. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of organization thanks to the Container Store. I am going to tackle one cabinet in my kitchen, which is considered our medicine cabinet / health foods cabinet. So let's get into it. So I picked up a couple of things from the Container Store. As you guys know, I am an ambassador for the Container Store, which means I do get some perks, and they are great perks. So I am excited to use them in this project. So I first picked up these Nordic bins. They are white, and I love them, guys, so much. Look at the design. They are super chic with the holes on the side. They have handles for you to be able to pick them up easy, and they also have a bamboo lid, which makes storage super easy. And I picked them up in 3 sizes because I wasn't quite sure what I was going to need for this project. So I got them in small, medium, and large. Another great part about them, guys, is that they are eco-friendly. So you should love them. And so that's what I'm going to be using for today's project. So now the real work begins. I'm going to start by pulling everything out of the cabinets. This cabinet has just gotten so chaotic over the years, and so it is now time to go ahead and finally declutter it, and I'm feeling really good about it. So I am literally just going to pull every single item out of the cabinet. Most of the items here in the cabinet are medicine, first aid items. I also have some health, food items, and I have some food items, condiments, and things like that. So I am going to pull everything out. I'm going to purge it all. Whatever is expired, I'm going to get rid of it. If it's still good, I'll keep it. I probably won't put some of the food items back in this cabinet only because I'm really trying to be specific with what I keep here. So I really only want this to be medicines and some health food items as well. So any food items like condiments, which is what is generally stored here, is going to be repurposed to a different area of the house. So I'm really working hard to get my house in order. I'm trying to love this house. Otherwise, we are ready to sell. So I'm working room by room. So the kitchen is going to be one of the next rooms I do full out in the future. So I thought I would start here. And so the Container Store is perfect for organizing any room in the house. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out. So I've taken everything out of the counter. So it is time to wipe it down and clean. I use my Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day. It's one of my faves. I also have a microfiber cloth, and I'm just going to spray down the entire cabinet from top to bottom and just wipe it down. Make sure everything is clean before I put it all back. So this is a quick look of everything that was in the cabinet. As you can see, it's a little overwhelming. So again, we're going to purge where needed and only keep those items that we actually are going to use. So the next thing that I do is I do a mock setup. So I'll take all of the items that I picked up from the Container Store, and I want to place them in the cabinet just to see where the positioning is going to be. You guys, I love the beach totes so much. I'm so glad I got these. I was a little bit on the fence about them because I wasn't quite sure how they were going to fit in that space, but you guys, look, they turned out so nice and everything fits perfectly. So after my mock setup, it's time to go ahead and put everything back. But I want to first look at the expiration dates, make sure nothing is expired. If it is expired, I'm going to toss it out. I don't need it anymore. And if it is not expired, we're going to add that back to the cabinet. But we're only going to add those items that we're actually going to keep here. Again, any food items that were previously there are no longer going to be in this particular cabinet. So I like to sort things out. So I make piles of different things based on what they are. So I'm going to make piles of the medicine that are for specific things. I'm going to make a pile of any first aid items, any ointments and things like that. I try to really section things off so that way when I put them back, they're kind of in that same order. and we know where to find them easier. So that is what you see me doing now, getting rid of all of those things that are old and expired, and then we're going to put everything back nice and neat and in an order where we can find it and reach for it rather easily. I don't know if you're like this, but I love it when stickers come off containers easily. My goodness, some of these stickers are just stuck on there. It's like they don't want us to remove it. So I love how these particular containers have a label that is easily removed. So now I'm going to go ahead and add everything back inside of the bins that they're going to go in and put them in the cabinet where they belong. I also found a bin that I had received in my last project from the Container Store that I thought would fit perfectly in this space. It's clear, so I'll be able to see the items in there pretty easily. So what I decided to do is remove all of the medicines from the packaging and place them in this clear bin so that way I could easily see what I had on hand and I didn't have to worry about a bulky box. And so I removed everything. Of course, I made sure the expiration dates were up to date, and then I just placed them in this clear bin. And I just think it looks much cleaner. And again, since I did remove them from the packaging, I'll be able to easily find them. And the great thing is that most medicines are gonna still have that expiration date on the actual package. So even if you remove them from the box, you're still okay. So I am purging and organizing, and then I'm gonna put the entire bin in the cabinet where it's going to fit perfectly. The next bin I'm working on is our first aid bin. This bin gets used quite a bit because I have a young child and then I also have a teenager and they're always getting hurt. So I like to keep this on a shelf where they can easily get to it so they can grab a Band-Aid. And we seem to be the family where the kids come over when they need first aid supplies. And so I just like to have them here for the kids to be able to get to them easily and repair themselves if needed. We also love our ice maker machine that makes snow cones, so I keep those in this cabinet as well. So that will actually be the only food item here. I also bought this cute little picnic plate set and I could not find a place to put them in the house. So I thought this would be the perfect location for them since I do have the essentials stored in this cabinet, medicines and first aid kit. To me, this cabinet is designed for that in my house, but I had some additional space. So I thought this would be the perfect place to put these play sets so that way we could use them. They're not something I'm going to need on a regular basis, so it's okay that they're going to be stored on a higher shelf. So anytime you have a little bit of extra space, it's great to be able to put those types of items there. Especially for us, we don't have a super large pantry to be able to store these items. I also found these cute little stackable bins at Target, which work with the whole aesthetic of this space. So I thought these would be a great addition. Again, this is another example of being able to store things in this cabinet because there is a little bit of additional space. I had these food storage bins that I couldn't find a location for as well. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and organize them in this small clear box, again, that I picked up from Target, and I'm going to add them to this space as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the lids. We don't want to forget about the bamboo lid. So I was only able to fit the bamboo lid on the bottom shelf. The bamboo lid didn't fit on the other one, and I'm okay with that. So I'll just use the bamboo lid in a different space. I did also pick up these labels from the Container Store, which I thought were perfect. Now they're supposed to fit on the handle, but since I'm configuring these bins differently in this space, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I decided to add them to the small little storage bins that I got from Target, and then also the clear bin that I picked up from the Container Store as well, and they work out perfectly. So I used a Sharpie to write on the outside of these, and I wrote in the wording that I was using for the space. Now, a Sharpie is perfect for these because I don't want them to be able to smear, and if you need to remove the writing later, just use a little acetone so they still are able to be used at a different date for something else as you change your space. So I am adding the labels to the bins and we are done. I absolutely love how this space turned out, and I was really excited to be able to finally finally complete this space in the kitchen. So before was a drab, hot mess, and now we are completely organized in this space. The kids can find what they need. I can find what I need, and that gives me such a sense of calm. I think an organized space just gives you so much more clarity. When you can find things that you're looking for and you know that they're actually going to be in that space, it just makes life easier. So this is the final reveal. As you can see, it's super chic, very well organized. It looks good aesthetically. I have everything in its place. And so that way, when we go in here to get what we need, because of those labels, we'll be able to find those things rather easily. Make sure to check the description box below. I will make sure everything is linked for you guys, just in case you want to pick some of these items up. And so that is it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I so love organizing with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, so much so that you'll give me a thumbs up. You'll consider subscribing to my channel, and you'll come back by and catch another one, in which case I'll see you guys then.